Nitish Babu back on stage for the 9th time. He's looking happy, Rajdeep. You know, he's happiest when he's just broken off in one relationship and just about to join the other. He looked relieved. Last several weeks when we've been seeing him, he's had a scowl, he's been frowning, he's been looking grumpy and unhappy. This is when he's happiest. Recently divorced, about to get married.
Absolutely, you know, and I think it is a remark. You know, he's a remarkable survivor of Indian politics. He should write a book to tell us the art of survival. But let's listen in.
मैं विधि द्वारा स्थापित भारत के संविधान के प्रति सच्ची श्रद्धा और निष्ठा रखूंगा। मैं भारत की प्रभुता और अखंडता अक्षुण्ण रखूंगा। मैं बिहार राज्य के मुख्यमंत्री के रूप में अपने कर्तव्यों का श्रद्धापूर्वक और शुद्ध अंतःकरण से निर्वहन करूंगा तथा मैं भय या पक्षपात, अनुराग या द्वेष के बिना सभी प्रकार के लोगों के प्रति संविधान और विधि के अनुसार न्याय करूंगा। मैं नीतीश कुमार सत्यनिष्ठा से प्रतिज्ञान करता हूं कि जो विषय बिहार राज्य के मुख्यमंत्री के रूप में मेरे विचार के लिए लाया जाएगा अथवा मुझे ज्ञात होगा और किसी व्यक्ति या व्यक्तियों को सबसे सिवाय, जबकि ऐसे मुख्यमंत्री के रूप में अनेक कर्तव्यों के सम्यक निर्वहन के लिए ऐसा करना अपेक्षित होगा, मैं प्रत्यक्ष अथवा अप्रत्यक्ष रूप से संसूचित या प्रकट नहीं करूंगा।
Nitish Kumar, you know, when you're being sworn in for the 9th time, I wonder whether you get a new bandgala or you say Purana wala nikalna. You know, there's no time to get another one, and who knows, you may be back again.
Rahul, it's not just 9, it's the 3rd time in the last 3 years. And that, I think, is some kind of a record. I've been trying to look...
Sabka saath, sabka vikas,
that's right.
In the truest sense of the word.
Can anyone in the same term, you know, Devendra Fadnavis, for example, has been sworn in as Chief Minister and Deputy Chief Minister over the last 3 years. That's different posts. Here, the same individual is being sworn in as Chief Minister in 3 different formations within the space of 3 years. That surely must be some kind of record in Indian politics.
But the other thing is, Lalu Yadav is seen as the political joker of sorts in Bihar. I mean, he has this jestful kind of image and people think, okay, he can do some jokery. Actually, it is Nitish Kumar who's done all these stunts. Lalu, to his credit for what it's worth, has stuck true to his ideological convictions. Whereas it's Nitish Kumar who, during his college, university politics and in his initial years in politics, tried to convey a more sober image. He's the one who's been more playful.
Absolutely. You know, even his mentor, George Fernandes, was eventually seemingly isolated, marginalized by Nitish Kumar.
Sharad Yadav, he does the same to everyone.
Sharad Yadav, in fact, was someone, an old JDU leader was telling me that Nitish would, saw Sharad Yadav as an early mentor. But Sharad Yadav was eventually isolated or driven out. So was George Fernandes was marginalized. Nitish Kumar has had this history of betraying a number of people, but he survives. You know, the others lose out, and he continues in that post. How many people could say that with 15% of the vote, getting 40-45 seats out of 240, you still remain the Chief Minister of a state? That doesn't happen too often.
Now the other ministers will be sworn in.
निम्नांकित व्यक्तियों को बिहार राज्य का मंत्री एवं मंत्रिपरिषद का सदस्य नियुक्त करते हैं। श्री सम्राट चौधरी।
Sworn in. Massive round of applause there. He's a Kushwaha leader coming from the Khori caste. He's the effort that the BJP was making as a counterfoil to Nitish Kumar. Comes from a politically influential family. He went on record to say, I won't take off my saffron pagdi till the time I dislodge Nitish Kumar as Chief Minister. I wonder whether he has that pagdi on or off.
No, the pagdi is very much on. We saw him a few minutes ago and his pagdi is very much on. And that, in a way, I think reveals also the BJP's change in strategy. You will recall, Rahul, in the first 10 years when Nitish was in power, his Deputy Chief Minister was Sushil Kumar Modi, with whom Nitish had an excellent relationship. And Sushil Kumar Modi was happy to pay subordinate role to a Nitish Kumar. Now with Samrat Choudhary, You've got someone who's taken on Nitish Kumar in the assembly, outside the assembly, directly attacked him. Moment you bring in a Samrat Choudhary as your deputy chief minister, I think the BJP is sending out a message. Yes, we're making Nitish Kumar the chief minister, but our core members who've taken Nitish Kumar will now work under with Nitish Kumar, and they will, in a sense, become the face of the BJP for the future. So you're seeing potentially a future face of the BJP in Bihar in Samrat Choudhary. He carries that aura, that charisma. Is someone who's willing to take the battle, as it were, into the enemy camp. So interesting, the shift from a Sushil Kumar to a Modi to a Samrat Choudhary.
Also keep in mind that Samrat Choudhary joined the BJP only 6 years ago. So he was earlier with the Janata Dal United, he'd been with the RJD.
That's right.
He's just come. So like was the case in Assam, where they brought in a Himanta Biswa Sarma, made him chief minister. Before him, Sarbanda Sonowal was chief minister, who was again an import from Assam student politics. Samrat Choudhary also, because he has the right caste and community, is actually an import who's been given the pride of place rather than one of their long-time stalwarts.
That plus, as I said, I think the fact that the BJP has realized that we cannot be now in a Nitish Kumar government where Nitish Kumar calls the shots. You see, when Sushil Modi was deputy chief minister, those 10 years were seen as the years where the BJP was content playing a secondary role. The BJP almost has twice as many MLAs as JDU has in Bihar. The BJP, ironically, this time, as in Maharashtra, is playing, is not getting the chief minister's post, even though they have more MLAs than the allies. But they will make sure now, with a Fadnavis in Maharashtra and a Samrat Choudhary in Bihar, that the BJP calls the shots now.
In the last NDA government, Samrat Choudhary was the Panchayati Raj minister. Panchayati Raj minister in the last NDA government under Nitish Kumar. He was minister in the Rabdi Devi government from 2000 till she was voted out of power. So he's won 2 terms in the Bihar Assembly from Parvata. And these were on an RJD ticket. So here's a man who's really been, as the Ganga traverses through Bihar, he's been on different islands, whether it's the RJD, the JDU, and now the BJP, and also the pragmatism of the BJP to accept somebody who's a rank outsider.
You see, that's the thing, the difference between the BJP, I think, of the of the Modi-Shah era compared to the Advani-Vajpayee era. Advani-Vajpayee era was about emotion. Sushil Kumar Modi had been a student leader, had fought for years. He was seen as the face of the BJP. We are going to take him and make him deputy chief minister. With Samrat Choudhary, we've got someone who's come in from the outside, JDU, RJD, but we have no problem making him our face because we think he can deliver Bihar for us in the future. I think it's that pragmatism and that, that ends matter, the means don't. Maybe Nitish Kumar has attacked us over the last few months. So what? Today we need him to win 2024.
Interesting nugget. Samrat Choudhary's father, Shakuni Choudhary, was actually a close associate of Lalu Prasad Yadav.
And I knew him
one
well.
of the founding members of the Samta party. So there is some history there. He's gone and sat. And remember now these two gentlemen, especially Samrat, has been gunning for Nitish Kumar at every single opportunity.
That's that's going to be interesting. The two of them are, it was very, even in the car that drove to the Raj Bhavan, Samrat Choudhary was sitting in the front seat and Nitish Kumar in the back seat. It was almost as if, Nitish Kumar will now eventually have to accept a subordinate role at some stage to Samrat Choudhary. Imagine someone who's in the floor of the assembly said virtually said the most derogatory words used to you, saying Nitish is mentally unfit, he should be put in a hospital, is now your deputy chief minister. I think there's a messaging there. BJP is taking Nitish Kumar, but on their terms.
This is the RSS blue blood. Vijay Kumar Sinha. He's a Bhumihar leader. He's been leader of the opposition so far in the Bihar Assembly. He's been member from Lakhisarai from 2005. Was Speaker of the Bihar Legislative Assembly in 2022. He resigned after the no confidence motion. He comes from the genuine Sangh Parivar. So unlike Samrat Choudhary, who's an import from the outside, Vijay Sinha is the new generation of the BJP. Like you've seen Mohan Yadav being projected in Madhya Pradesh, Vijay Sinha is the leader who was groomed from within and brought out. Now whether he's up to the task, the last two they had, Tarakeshwar and Ms. Devi, didn't do well enough. So the last two deputy CMs turned out not so bright. Now let's see whether the new deputy CMs can do better.
You see, there's a generational shift taking place in the BJP in Bihar. You'll remember for the longest time, it wasn't just Sushil Kumar Modi. There was Ravi Shankar Prasad, there was Ashwini Chaubey, there was Rajiv Pratap Rudy, some of whom are there as members of parliament, but none of them are anymore the face of the party. The face of the party is now people whom they think can become leaders for the next 10-20 years. So in Bihar, what you're seeing in Vijay Sinha and in Samrat Choudhary is a generational change. Also, you're right, Renu Devi, for example, many expected her to continue as a deputy chief minister.
Job. They tried her out, didn't work out,
because
so she's out.
They don't want anyone now who's subordinated to Nitish. I think that's very clear. This arrangement is very different, Rahul, to any previous JDU BJP arrangement. The terms of the power arrangement are different. Now, the BJP runs the show. Not just backseat driving, but dare I say possibly even front seat driving. Nitish is just the face. They will use the next 18 months leading up to 2025 November to strengthen the BJP, weaken Nitish Kumar to the point where he becomes almost irrelevant.
But he surely knows that. So if he's done that...
What option? You see, I think Nitish Kumar, as I said, wanted to be on the winning side. The fear that Nitish Kumar had, Rahul, when he left the BJP 2 years ago was that people close to him, that there was an Eknath Shinde being created in RCN Singh and that his government would fall. That's why he was afraid and that's why he went to the RJD. Now he realizes if Mr. Modi comes back with 300 plus seats in 2024, mera kya hoga? So he's going back to the BJP.
This is Janata Dal United leader Vijay Kumar Chaudhary, very close to Nitish Kumar. He's coming in, 66-year-old. He comes from Samastipur, where he won from the Saraiganj Assembly constituency. In the last government, he was in charge of several important portfolios, including finance, commerce, and legislative matters. So Vijay Kumar Chaudhary. And it was interesting how the JDU was split between the likes of Lallan Singh, who were seen as being closer to Lalu and the RJD, and the likes of Vijay Kumar Chaudhary, Sanjay Jha and the others who were closer to the BJP.
That's right. You see, the JDU, Rahul, is now a party which is Nitish and a few around him. I mentioned Mr. Choudhary from the Congress, was the leader of the Congress, and Sanjay Jha. These are the two people calling the shots today in the JDU. Even Nitish sort of almost listens to them more than to, and there are a couple of bureaucrats who run the show for him. So Nitish Kumar earlier, the JDU was a relatively powerful party, had a strong EBC support, had leaders from Nitish's own Kurmi community, plus those who'd been part of his old socialist movement. One by one, all of them have drifted away, and Nitish Kumar is left, I think, with a little rump. The only advantage he brings to the table, he still has 10 to 12% vote, and therefore when you have two parties with just 30% each, the RJD and the BJP, they need that 10 to 12% to take them over 40-45%. That's exactly why the BJP has brought him back. I think the BJP realizes Nitish could ensure a complete sweep for them like 2019, or at least get them 30 plus seats and thereby limit the damage.
Vijay Chaudhary used to be in the Congress, and when he left, it was felt that he may take a lot of the Congress MLAs with him. He couldn't.
In fact, the buzz till yesterday was that there are about 8 to 10 Congress MLAs who've gone missing.
But they were all with Akhilesh Prasad Singh this morning.
That's right. So
Akhilesh was so confident. I don't know if you saw that. He actually did. He got the camera to turn around and counted all the MLAs one by one to say, "Bhai, mere saath sab baithe."
That's right. So there was this buzz that the Congress and we don't know where these Congress MLAs will eventually go in the next few months. Rahul Gandhi's yatra is coming into Bihar in a couple of days from now. So amidst all this, the Congress is still very much the rump in Bihar at the moment. The battle is going to be RJD versus BJP, and the JDU's future, I think, also hangs by a thread. We are seeing these images. I think this is, dare I say, you never say never. I'll be surprised if Nitish Kumar is sworn in a 10th time. That's my take. I think next time the BJP will want, if the BJP,
but if I'd asked
if the
you
BJP
last
gets
time,
more
you would
than,
have said you would be surprised if he'd be sworn in a 9th time.
Oh, absolutely. As I said,
Nitish Kumar, he's like the political houndini. You don't know what he's going to do. So it's best to just allow for it to play itself out. He's also the most mercurial politician. People think Mamata Banerjee is mercurial. Well, actually, she's at least what you see is what you get. With Nitish Kumar, you never know what you're seeing and what you're going to get in the end.
Oh, absolutely. I think Nitish Kumar has redefined the notion of Ayaram Gayaram. That was defections from politics, where you sort of, for a chief minister to constantly defect, change his allies, Nitish Kumar is in a league of his own now when it comes to this kind of defection politics. Vijendra Prasad Yadav, there are Yadav leaders within the JDU who've been with Nitish for a while. Now, how comfortable will all of them be in the new arrangement eventually is, you'll have to wait and see. I think Nitish Kumar is going to find himself increasingly isolated within Bihar politics. The BJP is waiting to swoop and simply over the years take over the Janata Dal United base.
Bijendra Yadav is a 77-year-old leader. He comes from Bihar, Supol, has been energy minister in the past. He became minister for the first time way back in 1990. He joined politics in 1967 and became MLA for the first time in 1990 as well. So he really has been around for a very long time in Bihar politics. Bijendra Prasad Yadav, one of the Yadav leaders of the Janata Dal United. Because the BJP's hope is, with the likes of Mohan Yadav being made Chief Minister in Madhya Pradesh, that they can wean some of the Yadav voters away from the RJD in the assembly elections and, more importantly, in the Lok Sabha elections.
You see, I think the BJP has over time in Bihar steadily tried to widen its base among backward castes. They were seen as an upper caste dominated party for the longest time, but in the last 5 to 7 years, I think they've done the kind of social engineering not as successfully as they would in UP. It's interesting that Nityanand Rai, who was seen, as the strongest Yadav face, has not been sent back to Bihar. They've kept him here at the center. Many see him as the future possible leader of the BJP there. But the BJP has not been able to find a charismatic Yadav leader to take on a Lalu or indeed a Tejasvi on the one side, nor have they been able to truly find that kind of EBC leader who will be able to attract a wider following. That's why, the dependence on Nitish Kumar is in a sense also reveals the limitations of the BJP and also of the RJD. The RJD also in a way, because of its Muslim Yadav vote base, is not been able to expand into EBCs.
And the fact that caste matters more than religion.
Oh, absolutely.
That it's one of the states where, unlike some of the other states where the BJP has been able to mobilize people on the basis of their religious identity, in Bihar it always comes. Caste is important everywhere, make no mistake about that. But caste somehow supersedes all other factors, including religion. In Bihar, at least that's what's happened in the past assembly elections to the BJP's discomfort, because that's their one Brahmastra which hasn't clicked so far. They thought it would in 2015 and it didn't.
That's why Bihar, I think, has been, if you look at the Hindi heartland, there's no other state. I'm happy to be corrected, but I don't think there's any other Hindi heartland state which hasn't had a BJP chief minister. And that's significant. I think because Narendra Modi is hugely popular in Bihar. I think the BJP is relying on the Modi factor, but recognizes that the Modi factor will deliver them Lok Sabha. Vidhan Sabha, they may well have a very different strategy. So Nitish Kumar is being used at the moment to shore up that Modi factor even further. Look, the BJP, I still think, would have got the single largest chunk of seats in Bihar. By getting Nitish though on their side, they are hoping to ensure they are as close to 39 out of 40 last time.
They don't want to take any risk.
They don't want to take any risk. I think this is about ensuring that those 4 states that I spoke about, where there could be double-digit losses, let's minimize those losses.
The minister on your screen is Dr. Prem Kumar, comes from the Gaya town. He's been 8 times MLA, came into politics in 1990, has been Minister for Agriculture, Animal, Fisheries, Water Resources. So Dr. Prem Kumar, 68-year-old, has been leader of the opposition in the Bihar Legislative Assembly. You can see he's wearing his saffron with pride. He has the BJP scarf around him. He's been winning every election since 1990 from the Gaya town. In the past, he's been Minister for Public Health Engineering, Department of Road Constructions, Department of Urban Development. So they've got an urban balance, they've got a rural balance as well. I just saw some working sheets of one of the top BJP leaders, Rajdeep, when they were doing the Madhya Pradesh calculus. It's interesting how even in the first set of ministers who are being sworn in, they try and ensure that there is as vast representation as possible, because they're very conscious of social representation. It's not as if, okay, let's do what we need to in terms of getting the best people up right now and then we'll deal with the rest in the cabinet expansion. They're very conscious of every appointment.
Also about effecting changes. It's not as if I keep the same group in each election. You keep changing ministers, give a sense that new faces will be given a chance. You see, political parties, once they have their same lot of ministers, you'll see this with the JDU, the same ministers repeat in every Nitish cabinet, not with the BJP. We've seen it in Gujarat, for example, when Bhupendra Patel was sworn in as Chief Minister, the entire cabinet was removed, new faces come in. So I think the BJP is very conscious of bringing in new faces, new figures to give a sense of energy and a belief among the cadre that opportunities can be available to all. I still maintain that Bihar is the one state where they haven't got their caste arithmetic right because they haven't
now
been
they do. With Nitish on board, they do. In fact, now they have more than they need. With Paswan, Kushwaha, Bijendra, Maji.
But
they're not fighting on
the BJP eventually would like to do in Bihar what they did in UP.
Of course.
Become a party of 45%, 48%, build your base at the expense of other parties. They've not been able to do that in Bihar. In Bihar, they've been dependent on Nitish Kumar. They want to end their dependence. That's why I believe this could be the last time they will do this. 2024 objective, 2025, very different election in Bihar, Rahul. Fascinating in my view because it could end the duopoly of the Yadavs and Nitish Kumar.
This is Shrawon Kumar from the Janata Dal United, comes from Nitish Kumar's home district of Nalanda. Has been a 7-time MLA, has been Minister for Rural Development in the government of Bihar, was serving as the Chief Whip of the Janata Dal United, was also in charge of Nitish's affairs in Jharkhand. He is the one who had last year said that Nitish would make the ideal choice of prime ministerial candidate for the India alliance. Now, some of those old comments, Rajdeep, can always be embarrassing. You can pull them out of the archives and say, sir, aap to Nitish ko India ka PM bana rahe the.
Look, it's true though on all sides. Look at the comment that Lalu used to make about Nitish and vice versa. Yet they've been in alliance twice in the last 8 years. So I think in Bihar, what you say in the past doesn't matter. What only matters is what's happening in the present. Because otherwise they would all be exposed for what they've become in Bihar, which is, the politics of immorality. Let's be honest, let's not call these master strokes. These are power politics based on fundamental immoralities because, that's the way politics has become in a state like Bihar, to some extent even in Maharashtra. But I think Bihar takes the cake. In its ability to have people do these high jumps without their political career being affected in any substantial manner.
I thought you'd say Bihar takes the tekwa, but it does. Because the kind of flip-flops that we've seen in Bihar, and remember, this is a state where any reporter will tell you the level of political understanding of the average citizen is higher than it is anywhere else. Far higher than Delhi, far higher than Maharashtra. Not to say that people don't understand politics elsewhere, but they could well be pundits on a television show and give both Rajdeep and me a run for our money when it comes to understanding of the very nuances of Indian politics.
Oh, absolutely. And that's what makes Bihar so fascinating and depressing at the same time. It's the one state where politics is an industry where everyone has a political opinion. But I think it's also the state which has not been able to nurture a kind of politics which is wholesome, which will take the state to the next level, which we are seeing in Uttar Pradesh.
But that's what I'm saying. That's where Nitish ran out of steam. After his good start in 2005 for the first few years, Yogi Adityanath is going from strength to strength in Uttar Pradesh, reviving the state, improving law and order, bringing in industrial corridors. Still a work in progress and a lot needs to be done. But he is marching with a lot of energy in the right direction from the perspective of development of the state. Nitish somehow, just before the 2014 elections, just seemed to run out of steam, energy and ideas.
You see, I think, as I said, Rahul, but the turning point interestingly came from outside. In 2013, when Mr. Modi becomes the Prime Minister choice, Nitish had a huge problem with Mr. Modi. When Mr. Modi was Gujarat Chief Minister, you will recall they had a couple of face-offs with each other. So when Mr. Modi is made the Prime Minister candidate, what does Nitish do? He decides to leave the NDA. And I think his decision at that moment to quit from the NDA and believe that he could be a potential national rival almost to Narendra Modi didn't work out. And when that didn't work out, he was on a slippery slope, and that slope continues till this day. The last 10 years for Nitish Kumar have been years where he has simply become a political survivor, unlike the first 8 years.
The next leader on your screen is the son of Jitendra Maji, who's been former Chief Minister of Bihar and an important person in the political graph of Nitish Kumar. He's the one Nitish chose to be CM. This is his son, Santosh Kumar Suman. He's been the Dalit and Tribal Welfare Minister of Bihar, and now he's being sworn in as Chief Minister. He quit previously the state cabinet to ensure that the harm isn't, doesn't just wither away. Nitish Kumar was trying very hard to get the Hindustani Awam Morcha to merge with the Janata Dal United, but Maji wasn't willing for that. he prefers, Rajdeep, to be this small two-bit party rather than merge with the JDU or with the BJP.
I think Jitin Ram Majhi has also realized that if you are a small party and you can retain even a small base of 2 to 3% with 3-4 MLAs, it makes you a player. This is the other model of Bihar. Keep yourself small, make sure that you retain your core base so that all the big parties come to you and you do deals with them. If he had been part of JDU, he would have been just another leader. So I think you're seeing that. I think Chirag Paswan also has learned that lesson. He's trying to shore up his base, his father's old base, so that whoever comes to power in Bihar needs a Chirag Paswan.
No, but will he get 6+1 MPs? That's the question. Now you've got the JDU, Ham, Kushwaha, BJP, all these parties together. If there's the LJP as well, how do you divide the political pie? It's a very tough ask. Rajdeep.
My sense is that a Chirag Paswan kind of leader will now have to also come to terms with the reality that the BJP is a dominating force. So whatever you get, you take. You see, you can't make any
Amit Shah
demands.
Invited him to join the BJP. They said you have a great future for yourself if you join the BJP. But Chirag held out against that.
No, that's precisely the reason, I think, that all of them have realized you join the BJP will swallow you up. You remain a small party but retain even a small base. Then the BJP comes to you because the BJP needs you to make sure that they can dominate a state. The BJP doesn't just want to win Bihar. They want to dominate Bihar in the Lok Sabha. That's the difference.
This is now the youngest MLA who's becoming minister today, Sumit Kumar Sinha. Sumit Kumar Singh, interestingly, is an independent MLA. And he comes from Jamui, and he this morning was at the JDU party meeting at Nitish Kumar's residence. He has been a cabinet minister in the last government when JDU and RJD were together, has become a minister once again. He's been the former agriculture minister. He's the son of the former agriculture minister Narendra Singh.
The BJP, if you see the list that they will make, you will find people who eventually, the ministry will have representation across caste. Bihar's big political change that Lalu initiated was brought backward caste politics to the fore. So any government has to reflect that, the changing reality of Bihar politics, and the BJP has done that. From a party which was seen as upper caste, Brahman, Baniya party, over the last 20 years in Bihar, you will see the mandalization of the BJP has taken place. You have a few upper caste faces who will remain in the party. The BJP cannot desert, you will have, whether independents, whether from their own party, you will have upper caste representation. But I think the main thing for the BJP is how do we mandalize ourselves to take on the likes of Nitish and Lalu. It's been their challenge over the last 20 years. They partially succeeded. The Modi factor is very important as an OBC leader. Bihar, is one of the states where he attracts huge crowds. But I think they will need a local leadership to take this forward. It can't be done by Prime Minister Modi in a Vidhan Sabha election.
Sumit Singh, interestingly, comes from the Jawaharlal Nehru University. And in the middle of all of this, I just got bad news that India has been bundled out for 202. In that test match, which Rajdeep was watching on that small screen, that he's got one match, one side he's watching the Bihar swearing in, the other side he's watching
because
cricket.
There's a record there. Today has been a fascinating day for cricket. There was a young West Indian fast bowler who bundled out Australia. Fantastic. I haven't seen someone bowl so fast. And first time a team which has trailed by 190 runs in India has defeated India in a test. So that is huge. So I think, and that's baseball. The thing about it is baseball is a disruptor. Modi, Shah are disruptors. To break records, to do things differently. You keep telling me, up ki bar, 400 par, and I say, look, possible, but I don't think so this time. But at least the very fact you're willing to try it out. Rahul, I think that's the big change that's taken place in Indian politics. The BJP has changed the rules of the game. In the past, you would have thought, yaar, mereko majority mil jaye 272. From Mission 272, Rahul, in 2014 to now Mission 400. Look at the scale of the ambition, and that scale is leading to what you're seeing in Bihar, right? You're seeing a party willing to do anything it takes to demolish the opposition. And that's why I think they took this step of getting Nitish back. I mean, the Prime Minister has no love lost for Nitish, Rahul. Let's be very clear, given what Nitish has said about him over the years.
Okay, so that's the completion of the swearing-in ceremony. They've just paused for the national anthem, so shall we, at the time when India has just been bundled out against England. Okay, so that's the swearing in there, now completed. I'm quite certain, I don't know, maybe Nitish didn't get a new suit stitch. He just thought, let me bring out my old bangala.
अरे उसके बाद 9 है.
अभी तो सिलवाया था last वाला. Why do I need another one?
Yeah.
And God knows how long this one's going to be on for.
Look, Nitish Kumar, interesting figure in terms of, the thing about him is unlike the other, unlike a Lalu had a very large Yadav base. You're talking about double digit, 18, 20%, 16 to 18% Yadav vote, and then the Muslim vote took you to 30 plus. Nitish Rahul was always stuck with a 6 to 7% Kurmi core vote. How do you add up to the vote? He was never able to do that. Therefore, that increased his dependence on other parties. So, I think in a way, he's almost a tragic singular figure. I think he's become a bit of a tragic singular figure. Even within the India alliance, there was a meeting in Delhi where T.R. Balu of the DMK was speaking in English. Nitish interrupts him, Hindi mein boliye. Hum kaise? See, I think Nitish almost feels that, he's been isolated, that he's not been given his due. 2013, he thought he could take on Modi.
Remember,
from there, he's come back to being just one among many.
Kejriwal and Mamta were shrewd. When an offer was made to make him convener, at that time they said, there's no guarantee whether he'll be with us or not.
Absolutely. But I think I don't know whose game they were playing when they projected Kharge suddenly out of the blue while Nitish is watching. They didn't consult Nitish. Why didn't they consult Nitish? I mean, surely you would, before you make a public decision, you would have come. Why was Nitish not consulted at that Mumbai meeting?
This Bihar
at the Delhi meeting
will have 2 deputy CMs. There's been the first formal confirmation of the story we broke much earlier in the day, because Vinod Tavade, the central observer of the BJP who's been sent to Patna, has officially congratulated both Samrat Choudhary and Vijay Kumar Sinha for becoming the deputy chief minister of Bihar. So first formal confirmation that there will be 2 deputy CMs, one an upper caste deputy CM, one a Kushwaha deputy CM, and an effort being made to try and keep both together as part of that umbrella coalition that the BJP is trying to stage.
That's right. But I think all of this is not so much for the Vidhan Sabha. This is for 2024 Lok Sabha. What you've seen in the last 2 months, in fact, whether it's in Karnataka, whether it's in Maharashtra, and whether it's now in Bihar, I think the primary aim is how do we finish off our rivals into it? And think about it from the India Alliance point of view. Someone who 8 months ago hosted all of you in Patna with large posters, was seen to be the man stitching it together, leaves you. You can liken it to when a big leader, and Nitish is a big leader, in terms of national recognition, he has national recognition. Anyone knows who Nitish Kumar is.
Positive recognition.
That's right.
Now with all these
but Rahul, the very fact that the person who was stitching your alliance together leaves you, it's almost like, he's given up on the alliance. So I think from a perception point of view, optics terrible for the India alliance.
Let's, Vijay Chaudhary, let's go across to Rohit, who's speaking to some of these ministers as they come out.
तो विजय कुमार सिन्हा, विजय चौधरी माफ कीजिएगा, बता रहे थे कि अब सरकार में आ गए हैं तो सब कुछ ठीक ही रहेगा और
You're live on TV, catch whoever you can and let's speak to them. How are the new ministers feeling about their new gigs? He's furtively looking for people. This reminds me of what happened soon after the temple consecration ended, and there were hundreds of people, all of whom wanted to speak, and I had to figure out who do you really want to spend time talking to. So Rohit doing something similar right now, right outside the Raj Bhavan.
He's got a few ministers slowly trooping out. And I'm sure Bihar ministers usually like the camera, and they will.
All ministers. Tell me one minister who doesn't.
In states, in some of the southern states like Tamil Nadu, they are very reluctant.
That's Nitish Kumar there.
Yeah, there is Nitish Kumar. For the umpteenth time, being sworn in as Bihar Chief Minister and leaving now the Raj Bhavan. But we'll wait and see who Rohit can actually catch. An interesting figure in all of this is Vinod Tavade, Rahul. He's the election in charge for Bihar, and I know him well because he was from Maharashtra, a student leader, then became a minister. And Vinod has spent a lot of time in Bihar in the last few years, and his main aim has been how do we make the BJP Bihar's party number 1. I think the real battle now, Rahul, is for party number 1. Is it RJD, which has, if I'm not mistaken, now the maximum MLAs? Or is it the BJP, which has the second largest number of MLAs? Which becomes the largest party of Bihar?
No, it's also interesting that they're grooming the likes of Tavde, who's a very local Maharashtra-centric leader, giving them that national exposure and the opportunity to try and understand, because he doesn't. Okay, let's listen to Vijay Chaudhary, because he doesn't have that kind of exposure or grooming in national politics. They're also grooming the next generation of leaders in a way that only being in power can. And unlike the Congress, which saw the likes of Milind Deora and so many others, Jyotiradiत्य Scindia, Jitin Prasad all leave. Okay, let's listen to Samrat Choudhary.
और पुराने गठबंधन साथी एक साथ फिर हो गए हैं, लगता सब कुछ ठीक है,
एकदम ठीक रहेगा। बिहार के विकास के लिए ही काम
करेंगे। आपकी कोई नाराजगी तो नहीं है? बहुत आप थोड़ा नाराज रहते थे नीतीश जी से।
व्यक्तिगत कोई लड़ाई नहीं होती है, राजनीतिक लड़ाई है। अब तो दोनों पार्टियों का मिलन हो गया है, तो व्यक्तिगत लड़ाई का कोई स्थान नहीं।
पगड़ी पे आपका सवाल हो रहा था कि पगड़ी का
बताऊंगा, पगड़ी भी जल्द मैं बताऊंगा, सब उतारूंगा।
देखिए हमारे साथ सम्राट चौधरी बता रहे हैं कि व्यक्तिगत कोई दुश्मनी नहीं होती है, राजनीतिक होता है।
Okay, that's Samrat Choudhary. JP Nadda, the BJP president, is to do a press briefing in a short while from now at the Atal Sabhagrah in Patna. That will be interesting to see what the BJP president has to say, given all that they've said about. Let's Ravi Shankar Prasad.
से नीतीश कुमार परेशान थे, बढ़ते हुए जो वहां पर कुशासन था आपस के बीच का, जो अविश्वास था आपस के बीच का, इससे वो परेशान थे। इसलिए ऐसी बात नहीं कि एकाएक वो आए, उन्होंने मंथन किया। अच्छा है, डबल इंजन की सरकार बिहार में आ गई है।
लोकसभा और आगे भी फायदा होगा इसका, मतलब आप लोग साथ आए हैं।
40 में 40।
चलिए शुक्रिया। तो
okay, that's Ravi Shankar Prasad is the MP from Patna, so for him, the good news is that the Lok Sabha elections is where his attention will be.
You're assuming that he'll get a ticket again.
And whether he gets a ticket, but if he gets a ticket, he'll hope.
Okay, that's Jitendra Maji. Let's listen to the Hamid.
चिराग पासवान हमारे साथ है। चिराग, नीतीश जी के साथ फिर अब सरकार में आप लोग आए हैं, क्या कहेंगे?
भाई देखिए, एनडीए की सरकार है ये, प्रधानमंत्री जी के सोच वाली सरकार है ये, और उम्मीद ही नहीं पूरा विश्वास है। देखिए ये बात किसी से छुपी नहीं है, मेरा अंधविश्वास है मेरे प्रधानमंत्री पर। तो ऐसे में जब प्रधानमंत्री जी की सोच वाली सरकार हमारे प्रदेश को मिली है, जितनी जन कल्याण की योजनाएं हैं, गरीब कल्याण की जो प्रधानमंत्री जी से जुड़ी जितनी भी योजनाएं हैं, उम्मीद ही नहीं पूरा विश्वास है, अब मजबूती से उसको धरातल पर उतारा जाएगा।
सरकार एनडीए के पीएम मोदी के हिसाब से चलेगी या नीतीश कुमार के हिसाब से चलेगी?
अब यही सवालों में आप फंसाइए।
लेकिन फिर भी अब सब साथ
क्या मतलब भाई, कोई
ठीक रहेगा आपको लगता है?
सवाल तो रहना चाहिए, उम्मीद ये देखिए, उनसे वैसे भी कभी कोई नाराजगी नहीं थी। मैंने हमेशा कहा कि उनकी नीतियों से मुझे जरूर ऐतराज था। मैं मानता हूं कि आज जब एनडीए की सरकार है, प्रधानमंत्री जी के सोच वाली सरकार है, डबल इंजन की सरकार है, तो यकीनन उन नीतियों को धरातल पर उतारा जाएगा जिसकी अपेक्षा हम लोग को लंबे समय।
और आपकी फर्स्ट बिहार वाला का क्या होगा? आपका जो कार्यक्रम था
भाई, तो उसका क्या होगा? बिहारी फर्स्ट एक मजबूत कार्यक्रम है, बिल्कुल क्यों नहीं करवाएंगे। बिहार फर्स्ट, बिहारी फर्स्ट एक मजबूत, बिहार को विकसित राज्य बनाने को लेकर एक मजबूत प्रारूप तैयार किया गया है, ना सिर्फ पार्टी के द्वारा, मेरे नेता आदरणीय रामविलास पासवान जी के द्वारा। आज रास्ते में भी आते वक्त भारतीय जनता पार्टी के राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष जी से विस्तार में मेरी इन तमाम बातों को लेकर चर्चा हुई है। बिहार फर्स्ट, बिहारी फर्स्ट को लेकर हमारी चर्चा हुई है, तो आने वाले दिनों में उसको भी धरातल पर उतरते हुए
नीतीश कुमार से नाराजगी दूर हो गई चिराग पासवान।
तो ये थे चिराग पासवान। प्रेम कुमार जी है, मंत्री बने हैं। प्रेम कुमार जी, बहुत सालों का लगता है गैप था, अब ठीक हो गया सब कुछ?
सब पार्टी की कृपा है, पार्टी का आदेश का पालन किया सर।
नीतीश कुमार के साथ अब कोई नाराजगी तो नहीं है?
कोई कभी रहा ही नहीं था, हम तो मिलकर पहले भी काम कर रहे थे, बीच में थोड़ा सा अलग हुए थे और आज फिर साथ मिल गए हैं, तो बिहार के लिए अच्छा होगा।
सब कुछ ठीक ठाक रहेगा ना अब तो?
बिल्कुल, माने बहुत शानदार रहेगा।
अब तो गठबंधन में कोई गांठ नहीं आएगी ना?
देश के माननीय प्रधानमंत्री तो भाई मोदी जी के अगुवाई में देश आगे बढ़ रहा है, बिहार भी आगे बढ़ेगा, बिहार फिर रफ्तार पकड़ेगा विकास के दौर में।
और लोकसभा में क्या होगा, कितनी सीटें
पार्टी तय करेगी जाकर?
कितनी सीटें आएंगी एनडीए को?
40 से 40।
नीतीश जी का आने से फायदा होगा?
बिल्कुल, 40 से 40, पिछले 39 लाए थे, इस बार 40 से 40 और इंडिया गठबंधन 0 पर आउट होगा बिहार में।
चलिए शुक्रिया प्रेम कुमार जी, बहुत बधाई आपको। तो एक सेकंड, आपका अगली बार
सबके लिए अच्छा।
तेजस्वी कह रहे हैं कि 2025 तक जदयू खत्म हो जाएगी, इसका क्या मतलब समझते हैं? 2025 तक जदयू खत्म हो जाएगी, तेजस्वी ऐसा कह रहे हैं, आप कैसे देखते हैं?
जहाँ थे वहाँ निश्चित रूप से वही स्थिति हो रही थी, लेकिन अब नीतीश जी आ गए हैं स्वाभाविक जगह, इसलिए यहाँ सब कुछ ठीक है, ठीक रहेगा।
उपेंद्र कुशवाहा जी, आपने कहा था कि नीतीश कुमार को कोई दिक्कत होगी तो उपेंद्र कुशवाहा उनके लिए खड़ा है, क्या वही स्टेटमेंट अब भी रहेगा?
देखिए, अब कोई खेला बाकी नहीं है। अब तेजस्वी जी कह रहे खेला बाकी है, तो आज उनके घर में चूल्हा नहीं जला होगा, बाकी बिहार के लिए हर घर में खुशी है और सब कुछ जो कुछ भी होना था बहुत अच्छा हो गया। देखिए, जेडीयू खत्म हो जाएगा, पहले अपनी चिंता करें आरजेडी के लोग। जिस तरह से बिहार के लोग उनसे परेशान थे, लोग चाहते थे कि यह सरकार जाए और दूसरी सरकार आए, तो आ गई सरकार।
उपेंद्र कुशवाहा अपने आप को 2024 में कहा
You know, it's interesting, the likes of Upendra Kushwaha, the likes of Chirag Paswan, the likes of Jitin Ram Majhi, the one thing that has united them has been their anger against Nitish Kumar. They've always felt Nitish Kumar has never given them their due, so they moved in different directions. Some tied up with the RJD, some like Chirag tried to plow their lone furrow. What's happened at the end of the day? They've all had to come back to a tent where Nitish Kumar remains the face, Rahul. And I think that reveals in a way the limitations of these leaders, as well as the fact that Bihar politics has been unable to throw up really a new kind of politics that emerges out of this duopoly of these two caste leaders, these two mandalite leaders. I think the challenge in the next 5 years, I mean, let's not even look at 2025, can Bihar look beyond Nitish? For now, most of them spoke about Narendra Modi ji. Most of them said Modi ji ke netritva mein. So it's not Nitish ji ke netritva mein. Modi ji ke netritva mein hum aage badhenge. So they are relying on the Modi factor in Bihar. Nitish Kumar, I maintain, Rahul, is only a face now. He's no longer a vote catcher. The real votes will be caught by Narendra Modi.
No, so he is a vote topper. So it's like, you know, if this is...
He's the cherry on your cake.
If just think of it as the Bihar political cappuccino. Both the BJP and the RJD have the espresso shot. But if you need the cappuccino, you need the frothy milk on the top. Nitish provides that frothy milk. Without that, you have the strong espresso, but you don't have a cappuccino, Rajdeep.
Right, but as someone said, you know, let's not glorify what Nitish Kumar is doing in this. Nitish Kumar has, in the process, I think, destroyed his political legacy.
No, but when did he destroy it? The first time, the second time, the third time, the fourth time, the fifth time, the sixth time, the seventh time, and the eighth time?
I think Nitish Kumar's destruction, as I said, the turning point in his career is 2013, when he miscalculated how the Modi factor would work. But I think at a personal level, after 2015, I think, you know, when in 7-8 years, you've done 4 somersaults, you know, that's stretching it a bit. You can do 1 or 2 as politicians are prone to do.
But he ends up CM.
He ends up CM, but he ends up each time, I think, a weakened, morally compromised, weakened CM. Look at the votes, the vote share. The voters are leaving him, Rahul. How much did he get last time? 44 seats? And his vote percentage was down by almost half compared to previous elections. I mean, don't be surprised if next time Nitish Kumar, even if he's with the BJP, gets single-digit vote share and possibly gets only 20-25 seats. I mean, I think when you've come from 117 seats that you got in 2010 to 44, something is wrong, right? You are remaining Chief Minister, you're absolutely right, Rahul, but you are remaining Chief Minister as a diminished figure. I think that, and conversely, Mr. Modi from 2013 has gone the other way. Look at Mr. Modi's political trajectory and compare that with Nitish Kumar. We were comparing the two in 2013. Will Nitish take on Modi? Mr. Modi is here now. Nitish Kumar has actually gone down. That's the difference.
Prime Minister Modi has put out his first reaction to the new government being sworn in Bihar. I'll take you through what the Prime Minister has said on next. बिहार में बनी एनडीए सरकार राज्य के विकास और यहाँ के लोगों की आशंकाओं को पूरा करने के लिए कोई कसर नहीं छोड़ेगी। नीतीश जी को मुख्यमंत्री और सम्राट चौधरी एवं विजय सिन्हा को उप मुख्यमंत्री पद की शपथ लेने पर मेरी बहुत बहुत बधाई। मुझे विश्वास है कि ये टीम पूरे समर्पण भाव से राज्य के मेरे परिजनों को की सेवा करेगी। So he's basically congratulating the new team that's been sworn in, congratulating Nitish Kumar. And Rajdeep, incidentally, I was at a meeting with one very senior BJP leader who said very emphatically that over my dead body, Nitish Kumar is not coming back to the NDA. He declared very emphatically, and he was ironically involved in the process of getting Nitish Kumar back. So never say never and be pragmatic. That seems to be the driving credo of Team Modi.
You know, even last week when the government announced a Bharat Ratna for Karpuri Thakur, there were those who thought, you know, this is being done in a way to send a message to Nitish Kumar that, you know, we don't need you. We've got the we are going to woo the OBCs on our own. As it turns out, apparently, this was the fig leaf offered to Nitish Kumar, that today when he comes back and he is asked by the media, why did you, decide to join the BJP again? One of the reasons he'll give, look, they fulfilled our long-held promise to make Karpuri Thakur a Bharat Ratna. This is, Nitish Kumar comes across, I think, as a tragic figure. It just shows.
No, but look at how smart Modi and Shah, they were able to find that slight opportunity, build on it, turn it into a big wedge between the India Alliance partners and pull Nitish Kumar out in this massive operation like they did with Ajit Pawar. That was a different circumstance. They brought him back in baggage.
But it also shows the limitations of the India Alliance. That you see, you've got this India Alliance, but you can't just meet in hotel rooms once every couple of months and build a viable alternative. I mean, they met in Patna, June, July in Bangalore, August, September in Mumbai, and then December in Delhi. I mean, 4 meetings is not going to be the basis to create a wide-ranging alliance. I think typically the Congress thought, yeah, Nitish ko bana denge, but keep him waiting. It doesn't work. You know, had they made, I think if Nitish Kumar was convener, let's say after the December meeting, even if you make Mr. Kharge chairperson, but Nitish Kumar is convener, I think you would have probably been able to stop him. By then, I think Nitish had made up his mind, though, having said that.
These guys aren't serious.
Because in January, apparently, when they had a video conference, the India Alliance, they reiterated, we are going to make you convener. We just need to get Mamata Banerjee, or we need to inform Mamata Banerjee. Nitish didn't like that. That, you know, why? You're telling me you're going to make me convener, but we'll have to first almost get a clearance from Mamata Banerjee. And Nitish said, no, I don't want to be convener. I think he had made up his mind. He made up his mind in November, December. I think December was the turning point after the assembly election results.
But how long will it be before he gets suffocated in this relationship with the BJP? He's never happy being in a relationship.
No.
He likes his newly divorced status. But it's serious.
Yeah,
he likes being recently divorced.
Look, I think not for 2024, which is a year where the Lok Sabha elections will dominate all politics. But 6 months after, once you get into Bihar election mode, Nitish Kumar will once again weigh his options. But if I was the RJD today, would I take Nitish Kumar back? I don't know, maybe Bihar politicians are made differently. But I'm just thinking from a Tejasvi point of view, his only opportunity now is to break the JDU and strengthen himself.
No, but
is
when
he good
the
enough to
JDU
do
is
that?
in power, the MLAs have no reason to leave.
They won't, but closer to the election. That's why I said closer to Bihar 2025, there'll be a lot of flux, I think, in the politics of Bihar, like we're seeing in Maharashtra.
But many of those JDU MLAs may calculate as better being on the BJP
of
side,
course,
because you have a better chance of winning.
I couldn't agree with you more. As I said, I think Nitish Kumar will be left eventually in 2025 with a rump. The BJP will take a sizable chunk. The RJD will take some of the Yadav MLAs in particular. And I think Nitish Kumar will find himself. There is an exhaustion point in politics. I don't know, in Bihar it obviously takes longer than other states, but I think eventually you will reach exhaustion point, Rahul. And I'll be interested to see how Prashant Kishore now plays this, because I really think in the next 10 years, I don't think it can happen in 2025, in the next 10 years, Bihar will throw opportunities for a new leader to emerge.
But
I don't know who that will be.
also needs a base, right? If he were, for example,
he'll have to
in the
throw up
Congress,
a face. He will throw up a face. Prashant will have to find a face who today will represent the dominant Mandalite politics of Bihar. Anyone who can throw that younger face for Bihar will eventually challenge these the existing players.
But that's much easier said than done. He requires a base. This
Agreed.
business of walking around is going to take a long time to build his own base. If he had a structure of the Congress or the JDU, it's much easier. Trying to build your own base.
That's why I said 10-year horizon.
It sounds very romantic in a political context, but it's very, very difficult to actually pull off.
10-year horizon, Rahul, but because I'm looking across the country, look at how UP's politics has changed with the rise of Yogi. You know, it's substantial change in the kind of social engineering that's happened, the kind of politics now that the other side is being forced to respond to. That Samajwadi Party, just as the BSP is faded out. You see, the BSP has now become a marginal player. They got 0 seats. Could anyone have imagined in 2022?
But she seems disinterested.
She seems disinterested. Now, whatever, the fact is a dominant party which won a majority in 2007 ends with 0 seats in UP. Are we going to see a situation where Nitish Kumar will eventually be dumped, I believe, by the BJP and the RJD, and will be similarly a forlorn figure who will be best remembered as having ended Jungle Raj of Lalu, as it was then described, and gave 5 years of good rule to Bihar between 2005 and 10.